Guys, my name is Adilu and this is Club 28. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is my Premier League Match Day 23 preview. I'm starting with the game of the week, Arsenal versus Manchester United. I think we all agree that Manchester United shocked us last week, right? I wasn't expecting what I saw. I was very shocked. I'm not even going to lie, and it was wow. I was actually very shocked. That's like the best I've seen Manchester United play in, I think, over a year. They were just so good with the ball, without the ball, like the efforts, like bro, I was so impressed, like so impressed. I think that's what playing the right formation and wanting to play for your manager actually looks like, and then having the fan side behind you. Thanks to Donnarumma, it would have been way more than 2-0. Donnarumma pulled off some very big saves in that game, even before they considered the first goal. But Manchester United were obviously the better team overall, in every aspect of that game. And I think it's probably new manager bounce. I think that's what they're riding on. But that aside, Pep Guardiola even said something after the game that he didn't know exactly what to expect from the new manager. Played a 4-2-3-1 and then bringing Mino back into the side, playing Bruno Fernandes in his preferred position. And that's what I think every Man U fan has been asking for. Just play these players in their best positions. Just play them. But this former manager just stuck to a 3 at the back, and obviously, we've always known, when they spent money, and we've always known that, yeah, these people have, good individual players, players that have individual qualities that, this player is good. But it just was not working, with the whole system and stuff. And then this Carrick now is, I don't know, just going back to the basics. Play them at their best positions, and obviously, you keep seeing them play as well as they did last week. The last 5 Premier League meetings between Arsenal and Manchester United, Arsenal has won 4 of the last 5, and the best result for Manchester United in the last 5 meetings has been a draw. Arsenal are clearly the favourites because I think Arsenal presently are the best team in the world, right? With their run in Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and even the Premier League. They're 7 points ahead of the second placed Aston Villa. Manchester United, I feel coming into this weekend, Arsenal had to travel, to Inter to play the Champions League game. Manchester United, the only competition they are in now is the Premier League. So they had a full week to train, prepare for the game. I think it's going to be a big factor, right, that will decide the outcome of the game. But also it's Arsenal's home. It's going to be huge for Arsenal, right? I think the game is going to end 2-1. I think Arsenal is going to win the game 2-1. Manchester United can play as well as they did, even if not as well as they did against Man City, because Man City were actually poor last week. They can play maybe 70% of the way they played last week. I think they'll be able to come out with at least a draw. But I do not see Manchester United winning this game. I don't think that would happen. But at the end of the day, the pressure is on Arsenal to increase their lead on top of the table. And also Manchester United would like to would like to make the top 4. I think the pressure is more on Arsenal, right? Because Man City will be playing Wolves, and Man City win against Wolves, and Arsenal drop 3 points against Manchester United. The gap will be reduced to 4, and Arsenal drop points against Nottingham Forest. I don't think they would want to drop any points again against Manchester United. But I think it's going to be a very interesting game to watch. I don't think Manchester United would sit back, right? I think they're going to come out attacking, because even against Man City they were out high press, and with the ball they were very good. Even without the ball, you saw these players wanted to play. They were ready to give it their all, and saw how well he carried them in that game. Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. Chelsea will be traveling to Crystal Palace. With the new Chelsea manager, I don't know exactly what it is. I've just not been impressed with everything that I've seen. But he's been getting the results right. I think the game Chelsea played well the most was the 3-2 loss against Arsenal. I was, even with the lack of some first team players, the formation, the players that played were still very alright, and were able to reduce the first leg deficit to just 1 goal. I was quite impressed. But since that game, the Premier League game against Brentford, I think Chelsea were very lucky. the game against Paphos. I think they could have done better than they did. Crystal Palace themselves, they've sold like most of their They sold most of their best players, and they've not bought as much players as they've sold, like quality wise. Even Arteta is looking to leave the team this January transfer window, so I think it's going to be an easier game for Chelsea, right? But nonetheless, it's still away at Crystal Palace, and with games like this, they are more motivated, to want to prove a point. And teams with low block, it's just almost impossible to, win them easily. And once they get you on the counter and they score one goal, that's all. But I think it's going to be a win in favor of Chelsea. I think the game is going to end 2-0 to Chelsea. Please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you.